when you talk about a movie like, say, Happy New Year or something like a Kick or one of these masala movies that keep coming out.
I've not seen Kick.
Okay. So basically, what is termed off as typical commercial.
I've seen Happy New Year because my son was in it. I'm purely emotional.
No, so I sense a little bit of hypocrisy here because a lot of people who actually tend to kind of laugh them off as bad movies or commercially movies.
Not at all. It's very entertaining.
No, I'm not saying that you are saying that.
No, I know, but I'm saying it for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't agree with your word like hypocrisy. I don't think people sitting here are. You laugh not because you're being a hypocrite, but it is funny. I mean, they themselves know that when they go to see Amar Akbar Anthony, they're going to see Amar Akbar Anthony. So when you talk about it in that sense, that's why they're laughing. They're not laughing at the film. They're just laughing because we're talking about it, I think.
Okay. And since the topic is the failure of literature to inform current cinema, is it also not a failure of contemporary literature? Because you have your Chetan Bhagats and I'm no disrespect to anybody, but
so many of his films, the books,
yes, but I mean, literature is
made into cinema, isn't it? I keep reading in the papers, Chetan Bhagat this, Chetan Bhagat that.
Basically, see, like you rightly said that after the end of the day, a rickshaw man or a corporate person would just want to come and entertain themselves. Literature,
Rickshaw man and a corporate person.
I mean, it's almost, come on, it may be.
Let's not be classist more than we already are at this point of time. I mean, I'm wearing a suit on a Sunday morning, ma'am. I think, I'm a joke. Let's make this, pull this up a little bit here.
Something, when we talk about literary work, it's always very serious. Always very, it's not always, but like, it's mostly quite serious. It deals with topics. So how do you think can you combine literary work with commercial cinema and present it to the viewers? Like how do you give a mix?
I have Chupke Chupke. That was a comedy, again, from literature.
Jumpa's book, The Namesake, is an example of a fine literary novel, which also made for very absorbing, engaging cinema.
Which isn't fun. Why can't it be?
But I mean, I thought Namesake
Why
was...
should it be serious? Always, why should a film which has come from a written work, published written work, be serious is what she's asking. Why? Because I don't think our writers are writing anything right. I mean, Siddharth my neighbor,
No, we just want
No, ma'am. Where we still
I
face
think
with
we are a bit
terrible
slow.
TV except for ABC, etc.
It will come. I think that when actors come to a retiring stage, they'll all move into it. I'm planning to do a serial which I will start shooting next year. It is from a Gujarati published work.
Thank you. That would be a very good trend of good people, story writers and actors coming to TV.
But
if it is
unfortunately,
successful.
what's happening is there is work, good literature happening in regional languages in India, but not many people read it because people don't read. It's not translated. So right, in regional languages they have magazines and they have wonderful stories in that. They have serials, but none of our filmmakers pick up those magazines and go through those writings. If they did, they would.
But is it the commercially successful way TV, big actors and good stories?
I think that if something is done honestly and with purity, it will be successful. But what we are looking at is escapism. Jaldi mein, saste mein kaise zyada paisa banana. So that is something that one has to think about.
There's so much literature on you, and you take on the Bachchan family. You, of course, and you are an inspiration for the Bachchan family. So, and still there is no dearth of interest in your work, in your life, all years. I mean, for the session. So, why is there no? books specific about you so many.
Oh.
And any time a writer, if he gets a chance, perhaps he would like to write one more book about you.
You write about me?
I shall.
No. There's not much to write about.
Well, after a lot of red wine, I think there will be significant amounts of work that shall go unpublished.
What piece of
Are you an actor?
No, ma'am.
Good voice through.
Thank you so much. So the question is for the two of you. A piece of literature that you both might have read, lately or in the recent past that you think could be translated into a great film. Yes. Something
Literature
that
I've not read. Recent literature I've not read, unfortunately.
Alright. Or maybe something that you think is, going
Should be adapted.
Yeah.
So much. So much.
Let's say you were to make a film and
Like a Bengali author.
Bengali also? Oh, there's so many. There's so, again, you go to that part of the country, I cannot speak about other parts because I'm not so familiar. But if you go to Bengal, literature is unlimited. Every second book can be made into cinema. Should be made into cinema. And why are we forgetting our masters? Premchand, Munshi Premchand, my God, what wonderful books. We have completely forgotten that whole period from Hindi literature. There have been such wonderful writings.
I think the book that comes to mind was one that I read a few years ago and really stayed with me. It was 3 Junes by Julia Glass, which won the National Book Award on publication. And it was a very profound story of a very important point of time in American history, which is about a young man losing his life to AIDS. And then he has to find a friend who will look after him and help him process that sickness and then help and ultimately help him die. And that was a really important book in the way that The Hours was and how beautifully that was adapted. And also I think one very quick point that I want to add is how much music can also play a role in the transformation of literature to cinema. Because I can never look at The Hours without just thinking and just floating into Philip Glass, who was a friend of JB's. And actually just being in his music. So that I think is also very important with that language, the musical language accompanying the translation of fiction, of literature to cinema.
I just feel personally, cinema for me has always been an inspiration. It has actually inspired me to do and motivated me throughout. Right now I actually feel to an urban young crowd. There's a dearth of voices. The fact that we move very close to, regionals, even the younger filmmakers now, they're actually moving into the hinterlands. Like, what about this group of people who want young and urban cinema? Like, something made from your novel and not maybe Chetan Bhagat, something which is more cerebral than Chetan Bhagat. What if it does not appeal to me? What about...
anything is more than cerebral than Chetan Bhagat. I'm sorry to break the news to you.
No, but why is there...
That's a bar that's kind of low.
But now cinema does not, that kind of cinema which, people associate with, or like, you might be personally associated, or your family might be personally associated with, that kind of cinema does not inspire me. And I'm going to cinema for inspiration. I'm not going to cinema for, just for getting something which is happening in my life. I don't want that kind of cinema. I don't want that kind of stimulation from, cinema.
I've been wanting to make part of my father-in-law's life. Not everything, but the beginning, say the first 30-40 years of his life into cinema, because it has got tremendous cinematic quality.
Again, we're moving into the past. Why not urban? Why not urban youth and why not...
But you're seeing everything urban nowadays. Where is the rural India?
I think Ritesh Batra did a good job with the lunch box, talking about lives in contemporary Bombay. I don't know if that resonated with you. Did you get a chance to see that film?
I wasn't really interested in the concept.
Well, now, hopefully there will be more cinema. Inshallah. Okay, so we're time out, and thank you so much this afternoon, JB. Very, very kind.
I hope I didn't